Hey guys, what's up? Let's do our overnight betting preview for tomorrow night's games. Tuesday, February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Out of these 5 games, guys, I got one early lean, but as always, we're going to break down each one of these games and see what we can expect. First game, Orlando at Toronto. Toronto's a 7-point favorite. I had Toronto favored by 6.5. Orlando, guys, was in action tonight. They got a nice win in Chicago. They're going to be on the second night of a back-to-back. The reason for this kind of inflated line, I don't think the difference between these two ball clubs is this high. If you take into consideration the recent form of these two teams. Toronto has won 4 out of 5 games, but I think this could be this little stat could be misleading, guys. 3 out of the 5 games were against the Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, and in their last game, the Detroit Pistons. So 3 of the worst teams in the league. Granted, they did take care of business and get the wins in those games, but they did not look like they were playing very convincing basketball, especially in their previous game against Detroit. They only won that game by 1. Nearly gave up a double-digit lead late in the fourth quarter. Almost blew it there, but they came away with the W. Tomorrow, guys, they also have a couple of injury concerns. From what I see here, Precious Achiuwa and Gary Trent Jr. are both listed as questionable. A couple of very important players for the team, rotation players. We've got to check their status. This line, guys, does look a little high. It is high because I think it's the second night of a back-to-back factor in this game. This line would not have been this high if Orlando would have been rested. And in my opinion, guys, I don't know if the young guys on Orlando will be affected by a second game in a back-to-back set. They are young guys, fresh legs. They should be recuperated by tomorrow's game. This line is a little high, though. We're gonna have to take a look at these injury concerns over here for Toronto, but I'm gonna take a look at a possible play on Orlando tomorrow. Next game, Boston at Milwaukee. Milwaukee, guys, is favored by 10 points. I had Milwaukee favored by 9. The reason why this line is so high, guys, I did check the injury report before I began doing this video, and I did see that Boston looks like they are probably going to be sacrificing this game. Jason Tatum's not going to be playing. It says doubtful here with an illness. Robert Williams questionable. Brogdon should be back and playing. Jaylen Brown out. Grant Williams questionable. Marcus Smart going to be out. They're going to be missing a bunch of guys. They're key guys. Whereas the Bucks look to be at pretty much full strength. Chris Middleton did miss the previous game. It was kind of just an injury management thing with his knee. He should be ready to go tomorrow. I think Milwaukee will be at full strength. This line, guys, is very high. The Bucks should win this game, but the 10-point spread can be a little tricky. I don't really like betting on these games, so just going over to the next one. Sacramento at Phoenix. Phoenix is currently a 3-point favorite. I had Phoenix favored by 4 in this game. This is going to be my lean for tomorrow, guys. I'm going to be leaning on a possible bet with Sacramento in this game. They played a very good basketball in their previous outing against the Mavs. They played a couple of back-to-back games with the Mavs at home. They split, but played very well in their previous game. These two teams, guys, play very similar type basketball, up and down. They like to play up-tempo. Phoenix is also on a kind of a strange spot here. It's going to be their first game back from a road trip. Always a tricky spot. I think Sacramento guys in this game could be competitive, could win the game even straight up. I'm going to be looking for a possible play here on Sacramento. Kind of like them in this spot here. Next game, Washington at Portland. Portland, 3.5-point favorite. I had Portland favored by 3.5. Line is on point. Portland and Washington were both in action tonight. Portland blew out the Lakers at home, playing without Jeremy Grant. They were hitting shots from all over the place. Made quick work of the Lakers. Pretty much wire to wire in that game. Washington wasn't Golden State. They got up big early in that game in the first half. I think they might have even gotten up by 15 points. And then all of a sudden, guys, Golden State just turned it up. Washington gave up a huge run and ended up losing that game comfortably by 9. It got as high as, I think, 15-16, a big 30-point swing in that game. Tomorrow, it should be interesting to see if Kyle Kuzma plays. He was questionable for tonight's game, ended up missing out. Bradley Beal, from what I see over here, he lost a tooth. He lost a tooth in tonight's game. I don't think this will be enough to keep him out of tomorrow night's game. If Kuzma comes back, they should be at full strength. Portland, from the looks of it, will probably be playing without Jeremy Grant again. He got in concussion protocol. It says the minimum of 1 game, but usually, guys, when the players enter concussion protocol, they tend to be away for around a week. So I don't expect him to be playing tomorrow. The line over here, guys, is accurate. Washington does have the weapons to go in Portland and get the W. How will Portland play a second straight game without Jeremy Grant? It will be interesting to see. In tonight's game, they got their new players out there, Cam Reddish and Matisse Thybulle. Thybulle had a pretty good game, 14.6 rebounds. Cam Reddish, 5.3 rebounds. Nothing really great. Damian Lillard went off for 40. Anything can happen in this game, guys. We're going to have to look at this again tomorrow. But if I were to lean one away, if Kuzma comes back, I'd probably take probably a possible play here on the Wizards. We'll look at it again tomorrow, though. Next game, Golden State at the Clippers. Clippers 8.5-point favorites currently. I had the Clippers favored by 8. Like I just talked about, Golden State was in action tonight against the Wizards. They're going to be on the second night of a back-to-back tomorrow, and we all know what that means. Load management for the Warriors. Klay Thompson, I don't think has played in even one back-to-back set this season. We know Steph Curry has been out, so the chances are very high that they're going to be without those two players. Well, for sure they're going to be out with Steph, but there's a very, very high probability that Klay Thompson will also be out. You never know, guys. If they might also sacrifice this game, rest a couple other guys like Draymond Green, Wiggins. Those two players usually get nights off, second night of back-to-back. We'll check this out again tomorrow. The Clippers are going to be playing their first game with their new players. They're going to be at full strength. Kawhi missed the previous game against the Bucks. He should be back in the lineup tomorrow. Clippers are the obvious favorite in this game. We got to see how many players are going to be missing for the Warriors. Clippers could run away with this, but we're going to look at it again tomorrow. So, guys, just a quick recap. Tomorrow night's games, just 5 on the schedule. 1 early lean, and this is going to be on Sacramento, and plus 3.5. Obviously, as always, very early. We'd like to take a look at the overnight lines, see how the books estimate these matchups, and just to get a first idea of what we're going to possibly have on our hands tomorrow. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. Make sure, guys, to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tomorrow, I will do my same-day video. I will provide picks and analysis for the picks. And that's it, guys. That's it. Don't want to waste any more of your time. Just 5 games. We'll look at everything again tomorrow. Have a good rest, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.